Hello and welcome to this short demonstration of CRM SalesFlow. In this session, I hope to be able to show you what CRM SalesFlow looks like, some of the benefits of using it, and give you an idea of how quick and easy it is to configure and use for your sales users, but also for your sales managers. So here we are in Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2015, and this is the usual view for somebody using the opportunities section of CRM. It's using a standard view, in this case my open opportunities, and what we've got here is essentially a list of the opportunities that are being worked on by this particular user. You can see I'm actually sorting it on the estimated close by date, so it does show me exactly which deals I sort of need to crack on with, and it gives me some information about estimated revenue. And of course I can change the view, but essentially what this still gives us is a text oriented list that is limited by how many rows we can see on the screen, and to work with this is quite difficult. I might have to look for the one that I'm searching for. I can now use the advanced search mechanism within CRM 2015, and that's great, but it still doesn't give me a great user experience. As a sales user, what I want to be able to do is to identify those deals that are stuck in my pipeline, or those deals that are worth more to me, ones that I'm looking to close quickly, because I want to keep my pipeline moving as quickly as possible. What CRM SalesFlow gives us is a single place to view all of my opportunities so that I can identify quickly and easily which ones I should be working on next. So let's have a look at CRM SalesFlow itself and how it will improve the user experience for that sales user. CRM SalesFlow is a managed solution. So your system administrator, whether that's someone in-house or perhaps your CRM partner, can just install this really quickly and easily. And here we are. So I'll quickly go through how the screen looks, and then we can go into some of the detail of how to use it. CRM SalesFlow is based on the Kanban methodology, and what that means is that you have a series of cards based in lanes. The lanes in CRM SalesFlow reflect the business process flow within Microsoft Dynamics CRM. In my business process flow here, I've got 4 stages: qualify, develop, propose and close. I also, in SalesFlow, have a close lane to identify those opportunities that are won or lost. If I look at my qualify lane now, I've got a series of cards, and in fact if I look at the summary here, you can see I've got 18 cards in total, showing me all of my opportunities. So I can see them in one place. It's not limited by the number of items within a view. If I want to see more cards and less detail, I can use the slider at the top of the screen. Again, that allows the user to choose the way that they want to work. I'd like to show a bit more information because that's how I like to work here. And I can see some information about the particular opportunity itself. So as you can see, here at the moment on my SalesFlow board are all of the opportunities that I'm choosing to display, and each of them is represented by a card. To look at the opportunity itself and to work within the opportunity, I can double click on a card. Just to show you that the 4 stages that I referred to in CRM SalesFlow as lanes are representative of the business process flow for the opportunity. Within the shaded area of a card, you'll see all of the areas within the business process flow, all of the fields that you need to complete. So you can see here we've got 7 fields, and we've got 7 fields on the card, and we have those that are required to be identified also on the card itself. So CRM SalesFlow does represent what's on the opportunity itself. The information in the white area is the information that you would have seen in the view that we showed at the beginning. Now, to change the information that you display on a card, it's really simple. Simply ask your system administrator to change the view, and then that information will be displayed on the card within CRM SalesFlow. Now, what you'll also see is some additional information on a card about the opportunity. So, for example, I can tell that this opportunity here has been sat here for 7.8 days. If I look at this home appliances deal, then we can also see that there are 2 activities linked to this opportunity, one of which is overdue, and it provides me with information about the overdue activity here. So again, if I wanted to work on that opportunity, if that was my cue to get on with it, then I would double click on that and work from within the opportunity. Now you'll see that cards on this view are different colours, and that's because I have chosen to colour the cards based on their estimated revenue. So this home appliances opportunity is green, that's because it has a high estimated revenue. This one here is low compared to the rest, so $1,000 here, $2,500 here. But if we look at this one that is more of a sort of green-yellow colour, the estimated revenue is somewhat higher. I'm also choosing to sort the cards in the lane based on how long they've been within that lane, and that will help me identify which ones look as though they are stuck within that lane and that I need to progress. So it gives me that visual cue, it gives me that sort of kick to take some kind of action on this particular opportunity. So what I might do is then say, okay, well look, I'll work on that, and I'll maybe do a couple of things. So if I want to, I can add a note. So I'm going to add a note that this person was at an awards ceremony. I click OK, and that is then listed against the opportunity. If I have decided that the opportunity is worth progressing, then I simply drag the card from one lane to the new lane, the new stage that the opportunity now relates to. And we can see, because I've sorted it in the age that the card has been within the lane, that this naturally appears at the bottom of this particular lane. And I can continue to do that as my opportunity progresses. So if you imagine a sales user who is frequently needing to update their opportunities for their sales manager, then this gives them the ability to quickly update their opportunities so that they spend less time doing the admin within Microsoft Dynamics CRM and more time on the phone, in person, actually closing those deals. Now, if you've got a touch device, that sales user can actually drag the deal from one stage lane to the other just by using their finger. So it's all touch enabled as well. Now, as and when they close that opportunity, they simply drag it to the won box, because let's be positive, they're going to win the deal, and they would enter the final revenue, the close by date, any notes, and then it's marked in the won box. You'll see it doesn't display here because our particular view isn't displaying those that are won, but you can do that if you wish. And I can do that also with lost too if I want to. And the information that it displays within the won or lost dialog is reflective of what's in Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So you can see the benefit to a user of how quickly they can update their opportunities and how they can actually decide the view that allows them to work best. If they want to make any changes to that setting, they do that in the settings section. This is a really quick and simple way for them to change what they're seeing at that particular time. So we can change how it's sorted. So maybe I'll sort it on when it was created so that I can see the oldest opportunities right at the very top of each lane. and I'll just change that to ascending. And maybe I want to change the colouring away from estimated revenue to perhaps when it was last modified, so that I can see, which opportunities I haven't taken any action on. I can also change how that's coloured. So perhaps instead of red to green, maybe I actually want red to blue. Maybe what I want to do is actually change the height of the tile based on how important the opportunity value is. So those with a higher value are actually larger in size. And if I want to, I can save that as a new view. I can also change the entity. So perhaps what I want to look at is not just my open opportunities. Maybe I'm a sales manager and I want to look at all of the open opportunities within the organization. I select that, and it will then show me a greater number of opportunities in that view. So you can see whether you're a sales user or a sales manager, you can determine what you want to see so that you can work the way that you want to, and you've got that flexibility. Okay, let's look at some of the other features of CRM SalesFlow. So I've shown you the ability for you to change the settings. We can also show some summary information and choose whether that's displayed or not. We can filter the content. So if I've got the entire sales pipeline for the organization being displayed, maybe I want to have a quick filter of that and say, well, just show me those that are over or equal to 80%. And maybe I just want those that are hot. And you'll see that that's filtered that off. And if I go back to my card view, then that will display that information with that filter. If I want to quickly release the filter, I just click Clear Filter. In terms of goals, goals are those goals that are set within Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So if I go into my goal for Q3 here, I can actually see some of the information about the goal, but actually that's just an additional setting that the managed solution for CRM SalesFlow adds into goals so that you can indicate that it should be displayed within CRM SalesFlow. Nothing particularly clever about that. The system administrator will be able to simply make that amendment, or in fact, if you have the ability to set goals, perhaps as the sales manager, then you can indicate that that should be displayed as a CRM SalesFlow goal itself. In terms of KPIs, these are not part of standard CRM. This is something that CRM SalesFlow adds in for you. So when the managed solution is installed, it creates a series of KPIs that you can amend if you want to. The standard ones that come out of the box are won deals, which shows you the total value of the deals that have been won, the average deal size, the average duration of the opportunities in days from start to finish, and the number of opportunities. Another KPI which it will show, which is not necessarily configurable, is what we call sales velocity. Sales velocity is a somewhat standard metric that many sales managers would use to be able to identify how quickly deals are moving through the pipeline. If you'd like the exact calculation, we've got a great SlideShare presentation. Look us up on slideshare.com and you will be able to see the actual calculation that we use. But if you also search for sales velocity within, say, Google or Bing, then you will be able to identify what the calculation actually is. Simply put, the higher the number, the faster the deals are moving through the pipeline. Now this is great because whether you're a sales manager or a sales user, you can quickly see whether your pipeline is becoming clogged up, is becoming more turgid, is not moving to conclusion as quickly as possible. Now, it's great as a sales user for you to identify that before your sales manager actually does. But if you're a sales manager, then by looking at individual sales velocity metric, you can identify those players who really need some additional assistance with their pipeline. Now, if you would like to set up your own KPIs, you can do that if you can compile the fetch XML statements in order to produce that. And that brings me really onto some of the settings. I won't go through all of the settings because although it's fairly straightforward to do that, that would be perhaps something that we can go through if you'd like a more personalized demonstration. But suffice to say, within the managed solution there are a series of SalesFlow settings, one of which is KPIs. And when you click on that, you'll see all of the KPIs that are there, and you'll see here that the KPI itself is simply a piece of fetch XML code. Typically, your system administrator or your CRM partner would be able to write that statement for you so that you can have your own KPIs displayed within CRM SalesFlow. You can indicate whether or not it should be a tile at the top of the screen, or perhaps should be displayed as one of the summary KPIs at the bottom of each lane. So there you have it. If you want your users to spend less time on admin and more time actually selling, then using CRM SalesFlow will give them a great tool to be able to do that. As a sales manager, you get to see exactly what's going on within the pipeline as a whole and can target individual opportunities or individual sales users before the rot starts to set in with the opportunity pipeline. Now, if this has sparked some kind of interest, do go to crmsalesflow.com and register for your free 30-day trial. What we'll then do is send you the managed solution along with install guides and user guides to get you up and running. If you've got any specific questions, then feel free to contact me directly, paul@fusionsoftware.com, or you can reach out to us on Twitter @CRM SalesFlow. Thanks for watching.